The title of the exhibition is also the title of one of the works, which is 3 drawings. When I started doing those drawings, I was thinking about connectivity, I was thinking about language and communication, the impossibility of really being able to understand what somebody else is saying. And so the show isn't intended to actually obviously create a language to be understood by everyone. It's more a reflection on the impossibility of that, but perhaps creating some kind of tactile language that people can understand each other through. I guess I'm thinking about all kinds of communication, and so a lot of the drawings and things are really gestural, and a lot of the works are kind of about reaching out physically. There's a lot of images of hands. So yeah, in that sense, it's also about physical distance, but the emotional, intellectual distance that's emphasised by the physical. Yeah, that piece is called How to Disappear, and that's more about, I think, the distance between oneself and the world. The kind of thinking about the body and the skin as a container that's sometimes fuzzy. It talks about the edges of your body and how to know where the edges of your body are. So that piece is more about the relationship of an individual with the world, but then also about the relationship of the world with a person. The clay objects were something that I started working with quite recently, and so is the embroidery. And so putting those together, working out how they sat and how the process, they were both fairly labour-intensive processes to work with, more so than some of the drawings, which were, the mark making within them is faster perhaps. The embroidery and working with clay with your hands is much more meditative, I found, and repetitive. So that was a really interesting process for me, because it was such a tactile process in terms of what the show is talking about, literally making things with my hands. Was interesting and really enjoyable.